What's up? What's up? I'm just waiting for people to get up in here.
Upset about bots and competitors clicking on your ad?
What's going on? I had to do this live. Yeah, I had to do this live. Can y'all hear me? Hmm. If y'all can hear me, if y'all can hear me, put hearts in the comments. All right, all right, all right, all right, man. Make sure y'all support my channel too. I be pushing hard. Unlike a lot of these channels that be just copying other people's content and putting it out there. I really be pushing the line and going hard and researching and doing all kind of stuff. And I do what I do. Hey, but what's up though? Everything came out. Everything came out today, huh? I told y'all. I told y'all 3 years ago. I told y'all 3 years ago everything gonna come out, and it did. I told y'all. Yeah, everything that came out. But look, this what I wanted to, you know, I've been telling y'all for the past 3 years, what's ever in the dark gonna come to the light. And I didn't have no personal vendettas against nobody or nothing like that. I was just doing what I do. But how y'all feel about the grid program? Like I be seeing comments a lot of times, but I never I don't never really get to interact because I don't go live or nothing like that. It's very rare. I put the video out and keep it pushing. So everybody can hear me then. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, you right. Everybody did know what went on. Well, everybody really didn't know what went on years ago. Everybody had an idea. And there was a lot of naysayers too. It's a lot of people that be like, they always want to go against you just because who you are, and then you have other bloggers that'll go against you, and everybody be like, you just saying this and saying that, and then when you come with some info, real facts, They can't dispute it. Like I told y'all before, I'm not gonna be just keep doing no Nipsey videos and nothing is new. Nothing that's came to the forefront. I told y'all when something do, I'm gonna put it out there. And I did exactly that. I did exactly that. I put it out there. Now, a year ago, 2 years ago, it was hard to connect the dots. Now you can connect the dots. You don't even really have to connect the dots. Now the dots have connected themselves. So, everybody's starting to see what's going on now. And all I wanted to do, like Big U was talking about how it was Ramadan. He wasn't participating in the foolishness, but ever since this been going on, he been participating in the foolishness. Now Ramadan is over. It was over Sunday. So, I mean, he not obligated to explain nothing to nobody, but for these past 3 years, he been explaining and doing interviews and doing everything. So, if you gonna explain about everything else, explain about this. I mean, even if you looking at me like, who are you? You ain't nobody. I don't have to explain nothing to you. But it's not just me anymore. It's not just me that's making a video. It's other people that then jumped on the bandwagon and making the videos. And not only that, somebody that you was really kicking it with. I don't know how close y'all was or if y'all really enemies or not. And I'm speaking about Wack. He didn't spoke on you and put it out there now. Keita then spoke on you and put it out there now. Her mama then spoke on you and put it out there now. So it ain't just me. And now Keita is mad. She mad because she say Big U is getting all that money and he couldn't even give her no money. It was something. It was something small though, but he couldn't give her the money for it or whatever. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat know what it was for. Somebody could put that in the chat. You know. What's up to everybody? Everybody that's in the chat. Everybody that's looking at this live. That's hearing this live. What's up to you? Hey, when I do go live, I like to see where everybody from. Like just real quick, everybody just put it in there where you from. I know it's a lot of people from the West Coast. It's a lot of people from the East Coast. There's a lot of people from the Midwest, down south. Maybe some people from Canada, Mexico, Africa. Put it in there. Okay, Flint, Dallas. Yeah. Okay, LA. Yeah, yeah. Inglewood, up to no good. Aurora, Colorado. Aurora, Colorado used to be my stumping grounds when I was into up to no good. East Texas, Philly, Compton, Nebraska, Detroit, Bakersfield. Yeah, shout out to all of y'all. Denver. Yeah, Crenshaw District, Phoenix, Kansas City, Texas, Cincinnati, Miami, the IE, Jersey. Man, a lot of Inglewood, up to no good, always. Stockton, Detroit. Detroit be popping, East Side and the West Side, New York, connected to the Bay Area. Okay, I see everybody. Yeah, that's what I like, though. That's what I like. Represent where you from. Represent where you from. Yeah, yeah. Boston. Okay, all right. Say we love you, Star. I love you too. Los Scandalous. And it's always been that. Philly in the house. Okay, Brooklyn, West LA, Kansas City, Missouri. All right, all right. KC Mo. Yeah, IE, Dade County. It's out there in Florida. Somebody said the East Side, South Central. All right. Yeah, Watts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. From everywhere. San Antonio. I see you. Seattle. Shout out to everybody. San Bernardino. Yeah. Holly Grove, 17th and Ward. Watts. Yeah. Lancaster, New Jersey. I like that. Memphis. Yeah, that's what I like to see. But yeah, Big U. Mm, Belize. Okay. Okay. Guaguan. But yeah, Big U though. 42nd and Avalon. Okay. All right. Photos Gangsters. Okay. West Virginia, DC. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big U, he kind of somewhat stuck his foot in his mouth. He did that in the beginning when I made a video, you know. And at first I didn't even for a lot of y'all that don't know, if y'all new subscribers and y'all hadn't been following me and you don't know, I never like I was blogging before this and it was just put on my heart and I gravitated towards it. And once I stuck my foot in it, it was like it was all over. Then I was 10 toes deep in it. And I've been going since day one. And it's been a couple of us that's been going since day one. I'm gonna shout them out too. Like Blacks in TV, that's little Kev. Hood Talk News, even though he don't even we don't talk no more. He don't mess with me, but he been doing it since day one, you know. Tanique reviews, it's a couple of more out there, but not really too much. But yeah, Big U stuck his foot in his mouth. Somebody said this is dangerous information. We live we live this world is wicked and all information, if it's not knowledgeable, it could be dangerous. Um, a lot of things we speak on is dangerous. I mean, we have to get up out of that we have to get up out of that mode, up out of that mindset to where we like, we can't speak on this because this person gonna do this or say this. It's time for us to start speaking up on things. You know, we we got to start fighting back in every areas. We fighting a lot of enemies. We fighting a lot of enemies. It's we fighting a lot of enemies. Um, Somebody say why you and Hood fell out. I really, we didn't. I mean, I really don't know. To be honest, honestly speaking, truthfully speaking, I don't know. I don't know because I don't be trying to get into it with nobody because I come from an era. Like when I was in the streets and doing my thing, when I got into it with people and I felt it was beef, I stopped doing everything I was doing just to eliminate the beef. So I don't I try not to have beef with people and I try not to look at certain situations as beef, because I feel like I'm a man and I feel like, the next person is a man and we can sit down and talk and resolve our issues because, whatever it is, it couldn't have been that much. I know this like probably like a year and a half ago, it was in 2020. I spoke on his channel and I said some things and a lot of people got upset and they tend to do that when I speak, but that's what it is. I can't dumb down what I say. I am who I am and I'm gonna speak how I speak. You hear people say, I said what I said, but they don't be standing on it. I really said what I said and that's what it was. And it was in regards to Nipsey. And I think he felt I disrespected this woman on his channel, which I really didn't disrespect her. She was from Detroit and she was trying to tell me how LA is and how the gangs is. And I was telling her that she was wrong. You speaking on something you don't even know about. You're not even part of the gang culture. You're not a part of no gangs. So why would you even speak to me about gangs? And I come from that. So I was like, it really wasn't like I was checking her, but I was checking her and I did it in a classy, a classy way. It wasn't tasteless where I just was like, just went all the way off. So that's what it was with the hood talk thing. And, you know, I just kept pushing forward though, like I always do. Somebody said break down what grid is all about. Some people in the comments don't know. Okay, grid is the gang reduction youth program. And it's a program where, okay, if you're not familiar with LA and the precincts, you got like 77 Division, everybody familiar with that since the Nipsey case. You got Southeast, you got Southwest, you got Newton Division, you got Rampart, you got, you got so many, and in each division, they had a grid division. And you have activists, gang interventionists who is in partnership with the mayor and with the LAPD, depending upon what area they're in. So what they do is they give them telephones so they can keep in contact with them. The phones are used so they won't have no interruptions with regular phones, with your regular cell phones. They need to be able to get in contact with you all the time. And many of the things that go on within grid is like anything that goes on inside the neighborhood, inside that zone, meaning any type of killings, any type of assaults, anything that gang members is doing. They want to know about the names, the real names, the nicknames. They want to know who moving drugs. They want to know everything that's going on. And that person that's in a contract with them, they call them contractors. So anyone that's in contract with them is obligated to report that information to them. And they're obligated to report, like, I believe it's like once a week or twice a week or something like that, or every 2 weeks with the sergeant and the lieutenants of the LAPD of that division. So it's so much going on. Um, it's many pages. You can read it. You know, since when did gang interventionists need telephones from the police to report to them? In fact, this is what you must understand. If you are a gang interventionist, okay, you can utilize the police. And what I mean by that is you may reach out to the police and they may know that, okay, this guy's an activist in this neighborhood. Okay, we need y'all over here today or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to, this area right here, we just need y'all right there. That's all we need you for. You're not a bodyguard or nothing like that. We just need your presence. That's all we need. And sometimes people use that, you know what I'm saying? So when they are organizing like marches and things like that of that nature, you don't need them to report no information to. Anytime you report an information to them, that's telling. And you can't get outside of that. You can't get around that. And speaking of marches, that was one of the things within the grid program in the handbook that you're required to do if you're a gang interventionist. You're required to bring marches into fruition. You're required to organize what they call peace marches and all of that, but it's never, I mean, you never see nothing really materialize out of the marches. You can march all day. I never understood that right there, what a peace march was, because I never seen any action get done, even though I didn't participate in any type of marches during the 60s, 70s, and all that, the civil rights era. I never really seen anything get done. You have to really put in work and other type of action for things to get done, because people don't respect you when you march talking about no justice, no peace. In fact, the enemy only respects you, you know what I'm saying, when you bring forth violence. You know, when I was in the federal prison, I was around Matulu Shakur. He was on my unit. We was in the same unit. I took his political science class. I was around a few other Black Panthers, real Black Panthers, and Matulu used to tell us, you meet resistance with stiffer resistance. People don't respect you unless they see violence. The only way you can stop somebody from socking you in the face is to sock them back or to do something more violent than that. You can't stop a person from socking you in the face by just balling up and letting them sock you every time they see you. So you have to be able and be ready to get down. You have to. You have to, you know. And I understand there's many people who don't want to subject themselves to violence. That's cool. I understand it. It's not in everybody. And I respect that. But the ones that it is in, the ones that pick up guns, the ones that gang bang, the ones that go out and rob and hit licks, and you be passing on licks and whatever you use your gun to do and all that, yeah, you the one that's required. You the one that's obligated to stand up for real. And I don't sit up here and speak like I'm no better than nobody else. I done been to prison. I done been to county jails. I done been in the juvenile system. I done hit licks, did all of that. Sold drugs, sent drugs out of town, getting money. I done did it all. I done did other things too that I really don't care to, you know, talk about for certain reasons and circumstances, but I've been there and I done seen it and I done it. And I know. And when I made the video the other day and I spoke on Wack, okay, I want to tell y'all, I want to tell the people that don't really understand. When I made that video, I hadn't seen a video of Wack speaking, talking about his daughter. Okay. So people were saying Wack is crying and whining. He always talking about people's families and kids and speaking on the dead. Okay, but there was never no video of him even doing none of that or saying that. I took it upon myself to speak on that certain situation because it's not that I was speaking up or taking up for Wack, but it has something to do with his daughter being a child, which if you follow me and you know that I create videos outside of Nipsey and I speak on other issues, you would know that I speak on the children as well and speak on the women as well. And I speak on the men as well. So that's what it was about. And then I ain't gonna lie, I was reading some comments and a lot, you know, most times I don't even let things upset me, but I was getting upset because I kept seeing things like, you know, that's just the way it is, and that's just how the streets is, and you know, all is fair, all is fair in love and war, and you know, okay, like I said, we at war right now with the enemies. The enemies will come snatch you out your home and shoot you down like a dog in the street. And since all is fair in love and war, I don't see nobody going to the enemy snatching their children up, doing nothing to them. So it can't be fair. What you stating, you really don't stand on that and mean that. So, you know, that's why I got upset because people be, you know, I understand you don't like Wack. Okay, you're entitled to that. But don't become like a person and be like, you know, all is fair in love and war. If something happened to his child, that's crazy. Because at the same time, you putting them words into the universe. And if you have a child or some young nieces and nephews, you wouldn't want something to happen to them. Because if the next man told you that, you're not gonna stand on that and be like, yeah, you right, go on and do something to my son or daughter or my niece and nephew. You ain't gonna do that at all. So, that was very hypocritical of a lot of people to say that. But again, I speak and I say what I say, and I know people don't be liking it, and that's how it is. Everybody's not gonna like you or love you, and I know this. But back to Big U and Wack and them and Keita and Keita's mother. If anybody know, put it in the chat. Keita's mom was going off on Clubhouse. She was, I guess, Wack said he was confronting her about how she said Big U had Nipsey killed, and they was just going back and forth. But every time he said it, she never did not once say I didn't say that. She just kept saying you always talking and in people's business, but she never did say that. And Keita is supposed to be Big U's niece. I don't know how, I don't know if she just calling him Unc or not, but you know, and the mama's supposed to be his sister, which I don't know, but for her to say that, that's strong and powerful. And when Wack confronted her, she did not, like, from what I heard, she did not dispute him. If there's another clip and she's disputing him, then somebody put it in the chat and be like, yeah, Starwolf, she did dispute him. Because what I heard, she didn't. What I heard, she didn't dispute. I mean, she didn't dispute that fact. And to say that, you either gonna be like, man, damn well I didn't say that. But she didn't say any of that. So. And I want to take the time out to appreciate and shout out people who be supporting my channel, whether you donate, whether you share my videos, by subscribing, everything you do, whether you just share it with one person and you tell a friend at work or whatever, you be sitting up having a conversation and bring my name up in a positive light. I appreciate you and I thank you for that. Real talk, real language. But you know, yeah, Wack did say out of his mouth that Big U killed Nipsey. Now, out of his mouth, he did say that. And many, 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 many things come out of Wack's mouth. So you have to scrutinize it carefully. And I won't say that everything that come out of his mouth is BS, because it be some truth to what he be saying on some things, you know. But you have to scrutinize it carefully and you have to look at it. You gotta pick through it with a fine tooth comb, like, okay, here go the truth right here. It was up under all this, or nah, I didn't went through all that. Yeah, it's BS or whatever. You gotta do anybody like that. Somebody said he seemed nervous like never before. Well, when you speak on a lot of people, and he just not just speaking normally. He's putting a lot of energy out there in the universe, like a lot of things. He spoke on Kim K. He spoke on all of that. And it's just so many people. Like I was telling people, there's no way in this world, it's not possible for a person to be into it with that many people at once. You cannot get into it with somebody new every day in a different city. You're not even moving around that much. So you have to look at it as what's the root? What's the root cause of this? Where's all of this originating from? What's really going on? We have to do like Dick Gregory said, we gotta look beneath the surface and see what's really going on. Because there's something to this. Somebody said just to have your own mind to see what's the truth or lies, it's not hard to tell what's BS. That's truth, but most oftentimes when our people see things, they some people is so blinded by BS that they rather believe BS. Without they don't like utilizing their mind. They don't know how to see with their mind. Some people don't believe that you can actually see with your mind, you know? They don't believe that. They think that you could just only see with your eyes. They might not understand what I just said though. You have to open up your mind to be acceptable to many things and knowledge. You know, somebody said, "What's the roots?" We got to look up under the surface. And I want to say this right now, too, real fast. You know, to any blogger that may be in the chat, man, look, check this out. If you use any of my content, you know, I'm not one of them bloggers that, you know, be putting up the copyright thing or nothing like that. Cause there is a lot of bloggers, if you use just a little bit of their content, they'll report you and you'll get a copyright strike on your channel. You may even get your channel took down. That's not me. All I'm saying is be respectful. Be mindful of my content because I didn't go get this from anybody. This is like, you know, we research. I research. And I've been doing this and putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this, my energy and my time. So if you use my content, at least shout my name out because just using it and not shouting my name out or nothing, you know, that's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful because I don't even really look at you as a blogger. You going and getting other people's content and just putting it on your page. That's nothing. You know, do some real journalism type work. Get out there and really do the footwork, you know. Don't be scared. Yeah, but just, you know, shout me out. That's all I'm asking. Let people know that where it originated from. Don't let them think that it came from your channel because you're not going to be able to produce this type of info that I'm putting out there. And I somebody said they support the real. Say Wolf been on it. Hey, I thank all of y'all for supporting me. Anybody that support me, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. You know, for real. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. You know, somebody said, "What's your name?" How could you not know my name, but you in the chat on my channel? My name is Star Wolf. That's my name on YouTube. Anything else outside of that, you don't even need to know that. Just focus on the content and what I be saying. And I'm not saying that in a evil or disrespectful manner. That's just what it is. But yeah. So back to Keita and Wack 100, and let me see what y'all feel about that in the chat. Like y'all, I mean, I feed off of y'all's energy as well. So it may be some things I missed. So let me know, you know. Let me let me know what I've missed. Let me know. I may have missed some because I don't be on Clubhouse all the time. And you know, I when I do get on YouTube, I see many videos and you know, Wack 100 did this, he did that, he said this, he said that. Wack then did everything in the last 2 weeks. He didn't did a lot. So I don't know. I'll be lost on certain things, you know, but like it's like a waterfall and a water falling down and I just stick a little bitty cup under that and fill my cup up real quick. You know, I get what I need, you know, and I get the facts and the real and I go off of that. You know, I don't need all the other stuff, all the rigmarole, you know. I get the I get the real, you know. But one of the things we need to do, you know, we need to come together for real. We need to come together, you know. And me personally, I don't know. People keep asking me how Wack gonna be stopped and all of that. Um, Me personally, I haven't been trying to stop Wack as far as like, you know, people be saying things like this and that should happen to him, and you know, people say a lot of foul things. I get a lot of DMs every day from different people speaking on what should happen to Wack and everything. And you know, if you know, I don't really like I don't say that about people. I don't never be like, man, this should happen to this person or that, because if you moving to a certain vibration, certain frequency, then whatever you putting out, you know, it's gonna move right along with you. It's gonna come back. So, I don't have to say things like that, and I don't have no remedy. I don't have no inclinations as to what's gonna happen to Wack or what's gonna happen to Big U or anybody else. That's you know that's neither here nor there. Oh, and I want to tell y'all too, if you don't follow my what do you call that? My Instagram, it's famous underscore Star Wolf. Go subscribe to my Instagram. Follow me on there too. You know. But all of this Nipsey, everything that's going on with Nipsey, I don't really know how it's gonna turn out. Many times I've said that Eric Holder, that they was just gonna let everything die down and just eventually let him out without anybody knowing, but it's not gonna die down. And then, I feel like they was drugging him up so he couldn't speak. Not saying that he don't really probably have a mental problem. Many of us black men, old black men, young black men, kids, especially nowadays, have mental issues. And people don't speak on that. So I'm not gonna downplay anything or disrespect to where I say, nah, ain't nothing wrong with him. He may have a mental issue, but I still feel that they giving him something to keep him doped up so he won't speak. I feel he knows a little something, and that little something can materialize into a big something. And not even where it just really connect dots, but it'll really, really just it'll shed even more light. As time goes on, the wool is being pulled back, the cover is being pulled back. We seeing everything. Somebody say Big U is the feds. I mean, he may work for him, but he ain't the feds. The feds, I've dealt with them. Man, let me explain something to a lot of people, because I know, a lot of people ain't been to the feds, and you hear a lot of rap songs and they be in there lying, like how I forget his name, Two Chains or whatever, was saying he gonna be fresh if the feds is watching and all that. I promise you don't want the feds watching you. I promise you don't. Because I'm gonna tell you something about them. They are very, very dirty, and they don't hide. They don't be sitting in the shadows. They will let you know that they following you, and they will mess with you, and they'll mess with everybody in your family. And then when it's time to come get you, they gonna come get you. You and many other people that's associated with you. They are very dirty. And the feds, they have a thing called secret witness. A secret witness is somebody that they go get that ain't you never met in your life. They never met you, and they had them testify against you like they met you. And they use that against you. And they tell you, if you don't take this, yes, it'll add up to that. It's called secret witnesses. They use them. They'll have somebody come. You could catch a case in California, and they'll have somebody come all the way from New York. Somebody that's never been to California before, and they don't know you and you don't know them. That's how dirty they are. Their plea bargain system, they don't do like the state. All that waiting them out, and they'll come down and down. The feds go up and up each plea. They offer you 36 to 48 months. You don't take it, the next plea is higher. Each plea is higher and higher. Everything they say they gonna do, they stand on that. So don't play around with that and speak that into existence thinking that's cool because people think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of rappers be, they put the misconception out there, and them young A lot of young dudes think it's cool, and it's not cool until they really get caught up in that, you know. And when I was in there with young dudes, a lot of young dudes coming in there 20, 21 years old and got tricked, and they doing 20 and 25 years. So yeah, the feds is wicked. And they got a thing where you could ask anybody that's been to the feds, diesel therapy, where they fly you around from prison to prison, state to state, but diesel therapy is when they put you on the bus in shackles in your feet and your hands, and you ride on that bus for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Just on the bus, shackled up, going from prison to prison. They never let you off unless it's to use the restroom, eating sack lunches. Yeah, they do everything to break you mentally. I've seen it. I've seen it. I was there. They did Matulu Shakur. They sprayed a odorless chemical around his cell door and made him have a stroke. But see, he was an acupuncturist. That's why they call him Dr. Matulu Shakur. He knew how to bring, he brought himself up out of that stroke. You know, they need to release that man too. He up under the old law. And he gets federal parole each year, but they keep denying him. He should have been out like probably 8 years ago. But they gonna keep him like that he's a political prisoner, prisoner of war, POW, a real POW, because he was really in a war, fighting the enemy. Yeah, y'all be speaking on COINTELPRO. Y'all better really know what's really going on and how they really use that and what they will do to knock you down and keep you down like they've been doing for so many years. It's not a game out here. It's not a game at all. It's not a game at all. This is real. This is real. We dealing with some evil people who do not respect human life. They do not respect people. They don't respect themselves. They do not care, and they will show you with their actions. They probably will tell you one time if you're lucky enough. The rest will be with their actions. They'll destroy you. They'll dismantle you by any means necessary. Yeah. But y'all tell me what's going on. Somebody said I did some research on the grid program, Starwolf. It gets deep. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Why would they come up with a program? Why would they come up with a program like that? Like who? I mean, just use regular sense. You don't even have to use common sense. You don't have to be paid and all that to be a gang interventionist. If you want to stop, if you somebody that really want to speak to the youth and get out there, then all you have to do is really speak to the youth and get out there and speak to them. You don't need a co-signer. You don't need nobody else. You don't need nobody to pay you. You don't need nobody to you don't need to enter into any type of contract to where you're gonna be giving up intel in the community and what's going on. What kind of gang intervention is that? I mean, all you need to do is get with the youth and speak with the youth. Everything outside of that is, I can understand, I can understand obtaining funds, but you don't obtain funds like that. The way funds was obtained was people would donate. Different type of organizations would donate money and you raise money. You have fundraisers. You have a nonprofit organization. That's what Developing Options is supposed to be, a nonprofit organization. Does it seem like it's a nonprofit organization? Seem like it's profit to me. And I'm just speaking facts, though. I'm just speaking facts. That's real. I'm just speaking facts. Because if you really want to just get off into it, why come they didn't give none of the Black Panthers no money? Because they was doing good work in the community. Huh? Somebody said I used your audio on my grid video. I hope that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. You know what? I don't mind. I don't mind, I don't mind just be, I don't mind, like a couple of people, the videos I seen today, when people was just, because people just kept sending me the videos, and the videos I seen today, they used the entire video. Like, you used the entire video, like, okay, like, wow, that was my video. That's like somebody going off into the studio and creating 16 songs. They got 16 tracks, putting their hard work into it. Blood, sweat, and tears, all their time and energy, something you cannot get back. And then somebody else come and do the exact same thing. But they use the exact same thing. They the music, the words, everything, which that's called plagiarism. But they do the exact same thing. You would be upset. That's why people get sued. That's why they have these copyright laws in place. That's why if you do use somebody's music or any type of songs or words, you can be sued because people want to be paid. They want to be compensated for their time and energy because many things that people put out cannot be, you can't duplicate that. You can't go in a studio and do what a lot of many talented artists do. You can mimic it, but you can't do it because it's coming from the heart. It's in their heart and soul. It's within them. Whether it's writing a book, or writing a movie, doing whatever they do, creating music, songs, videos, whatever. So yeah, but me, I don't care, man. Just shout me out. Just let them know where it originated from. You know, I ain't one of them people that's gonna get your channel knocked down, and I ain't one of them people that's gonna, try to bad mouth you or be like, hey, like shoot me some, yeah, slide me some bread. Yeah, I need that. I ain't gonna do all that, even though I could, even though I should on certain instances, but like, anybody that's respectful and mindful of me and mindful of that, I don't care. I'm putting it out there. I don't care. Somebody said, hey, Wolf, did you notice immediately after you exposed him, he was seen with JT? It says prohibited. It said he was seen with JT wearing a developing options t-shirt. Wasn't no coincidence. Somebody said this is a low-key way for the government to fund gangs as well. Most definitely. Most definitely. When you've been hearing since you was a child, if you heard that they control the gangs, they can, stop it whenever they wanted to. It's facts. You have to be a fool to think that whatever gang you belong to, that y'all are so powerful and so strong that the government, that the law enforcement can't can't stop you. They can't shut it down. You have to be a real fool to think that. Because for one, no gang member owns any type of gun manufacturing warehouses or anything. Nobody in the gang manufactures weapons. We don't have the intel and all that to bring mass weapons on trains and planes and by boats. We don't own them large ships that you see like docked in the ports and shit. We don't own that. Like in the ports over there in Long Beach, the ports over there in Texas. off of any coast. Don't no gang members own that. These people own this type of stuff. These people own electricity companies. You cannot even stop them from coming into the neighborhoods. They will cut the electricity off. Boom. Now who you gonna shoot? You can't even see nothing. These people own these things, man. But you have some people that'd be like, we control this and control that. You don't control anything. Not when it comes to that. They allow that to go on because it's destroying it's destroying us. Anything that's tearing us down, they with that. They with that. You can black people, whatever you want to call us, African people, Moors, whatever title you want to put on it, brown, black, whatever shade, whatever title, color, whatever you identify by. Anyway, these people, man, I'm telling you, they will bring us down if we start an organization, and it's an organization where we helping ourselves. When we start an organization that's destroying ourselves, they will fund it, they will protect it, they will do everything in their power to keep it going because it's destructing us. The minute we start an organization that's gonna help us, the smear campaigns come out, everything, everything, everything. And that's just how it is. And money is the root. They use that money to manipulate. I'm not going to sit up here and say money is the root of all evil because money isn't the root of all evil. Because just like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so is evil. You have a choice. So money is just a tool. You can use money for positive things and negative things, even though that money originates from a wicked system. The people that created it is evil, but they will use it to manipulate, and they say everybody has a price. They say everybody has a price, although I don't believe that because I know people I know people that's dead and gone right now that wouldn't sell out, that push for our people and wouldn't accept no money, not a dime. And my daddy and my uncles was some of them. So everybody don't have a price. Not when it come to that. Because when you accept their money, there's a price at the end of that money. There's a price that you have to pay for that money. It's a cold game, wicked game. It's a wicked one. It's a wicked one. Yeah, I wanted to do this live. I be having a lot of things on my mind. I'm human just like everybody else. I go through things. I be experiencing a lot of things, shit. Like everybody else. Living life. Children concerns, everything. Living situations, relationships, you know. I ain't gonna say relationships like plural with an S, like I'm just messing with multiple women. So I don't put myself out there like that because I don't want to spread my energy like that. I used to, but I don't want to do that now. Not that I don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. I choose not to, but yeah, I go through it, but I be having so much on my mind and my heart, I be having to get it off. I have to share it, information, you know. And a lot of things I want to tell y'all, when I was making videos in 2019 and 20 and all of that, when it was really going on with Nipsey right after he was killed, a lot of times when I made videos, and I told just a couple of people this, but a lot of times when I made videos, it came from the heart. And what I mean by it came from the heart, I would be actually doing something else. I might be watching TV, or I might be in a grocery store, supermarket or something, no matter, doing something. And it'll just hit me. Boom. You need to put this video out. That's how it was coming to me. They was coming to me like that, for real. You know? Yeah, I received information from different people, different sources. I didn't research. I didn't did some, y'all witnessed it. I called Crips LLC. I didn't call many people to courts, everything, but that stuff like was put on my heart. Like, do that. Like, do that for real. That's why them videos were so powerful and so good, because I wasn't sitting there just trying to think of something to do. Like, some people will actually do that. Like, how could I get views? How could I do this? I wasn't doing that. And I just put it out there for real. Like I told y'all, when Nipsey got killed, when that happened to him, and we could say assassinated, but when that happened, I was in a casino gambling. And I was like, damn. And it just like something came over me, because like many rappers have been killed. Many rappers have been killed. And I just it just hit me, and I just started going. See, I don't be faking with it. I don't be like trying to do like everybody else. And I'm not gonna say I was the biggest Nipsey fan, because I done told y'all before in videos I wasn't a big Nipsey fan. I liked a lot of his songs, but I really wasn't a big Nipsey fan. I was listening, but there was other people that I liked better. That's just me. And then that was put on my heart. I knew who he was. Of course I knew who he was, but once it was put on my heart, it just started coming and coming and coming. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't like everybody else. Like, yeah, I've been from since day one. Woo, this since day one and all. Okay, I wasn't though, but maybe this was I was supposed to do. The universe put me on this path. That frequency. So that's what it is. So I felt I should somebody said I hate they demonetize you. Yeah, you know what? They barely start monetizing my videos probably like a month ago. And I didn't even know that they was doing that. I didn't receive no notifications or nothing, because they stopped in July of 2020 when I put that Nick Cannon video out there. I was speaking on, I ain't gonna even say the word, but I was speaking on this one uh race of people, ethnicity group, and they didn't like that, so they stopped monetizing. And every time I would reapply, they would go to one of my old videos. This how they was doing me. They would be like, they'll shoot me down, then they'll be like, come back in 2 months and reapply. When I reapply, an hour after I reapply, they'll give me a strike for an old video I had. Then after they give me that strike, they'll say, now you can reapply in 2 more months, because you got this strike on the video. And then that video that they struck me with, they end up deleting that video. That's how a lot of my videos got deleted. And they would keep that same pattern going. They would keep it going, until I just stopped. I was like, I don't even care. I'm gonna just keep pushing. I don't even care if they ain't monetizing me or not. I'm gonna just keep putting the videos out. And that's what I did. And I didn't even know. They just started monetizing me probably like a month ago. I kept pushing though. Kept pushing. I didn't let them. I didn't let them break me down or none of that. Somebody said I have been listening to Sandman niggas. That's how I found out about Nipsey early on. I knew Huster Cobby was hanging out with BMF too. Off that strength alone, I was listening to Nipsey and Sandman. Yeah, that's cool. That's what's up. Says I was on Twitter retweeting Nipsey's tweet to DJ Khaled on Higher. Yeah, that's cool. They taking money from you, bro. Strike they channel. Yeah, they was doing that too, you know. They was doing that because the system with YouTube is this right here. YouTube, if you create a video, you upload it and you put it on YouTube. YouTube makes money off your video whether you make money off of it or not. They still make money. And when they demonetize you and you're not making money off your video, they still make money off of it. This is why what's the brother's name? Young Pharaoh. You know, he had a lawsuit in against YouTube. I don't know how that's going. And if you followed him and was subscribed to him, you know they took him down off of that. They took his whole channel down. Yep. That's how they do though. You know, this how the world is, you know. Somebody says Starwolf Entertaining. What happened to the old boy that was a for trade that was on a couple of joints with you, OG Dan? OG Dan's still around. He be on IG. He got about 15 different IGs, you know. But he's still around and everything. We just, you know, we don't, you know, we don't do any more videos together, nothing like that, you know. Says Big U killed Nip for that grant. He ain't want Nip to meet with police. Nip could call a truce way easier than Big U. Um, Speaking on the gang situation, Nip could probably put together some marches, peace, uh, peace talks, unity, and everything. But as far as like bringing a truce to the city of LA where all the gangs just stop, I don't believe he could have done that. Many've tried. I don't believe it's stronger than most believe. You know, you would have to actually live in LA to see it, to believe it. You know, it's more than what you see on TV and see on YouTube videos and movies. You know, you have generations and generations of gangs and people that belong to gangs. So, and people carry a lot of hurt and pain within themselves and they heart from losing homeboys and homegirls and family members. And I know people personally that's hurting right now. Some will, some won't. And what I mean by that, some will react to situations and some won't. And some of these dudes is in their 40s and 50s. So, when you have people that's in their 40s and 50s still, and they letting you know what time it is, what set they from, and they still, really with the business. They ain't out there shooting at nobody or nothing like that, but they still with the business. It's like it's really hard for a young person in his teens to really not do it. You really have to move away from LA, or you really have to be just a really strong-minded person not to even get involved. And it's hard not to get involved when everybody around you is involved. And sometimes you just get involved without even trying to get involved. Somebody might dump on you and hit you, and that's it. You like, you know, it's like F it now. Put him on the set, quote him on the hood. It's on now. Now he gonna do what he been seeing people do for years. and he might only be 12 or 13, but he been seeing it. It's deeper than what people think, because you could go to other cities, and I'm not speaking of cities like Chicago or nothing like that where the gang problem is bad or nothing, but I'm speaking on like cities where you really don't have to gang bang. You really don't have to gang bang. So it's like, I'm gonna just chill today. And it be limited to just a certain age group, and people be like, oh yeah, them youngsters over there or whatever. It's not like that. It's not like that in LA. It's youngsters to the G homeboys. You got dudes all the way up to their 60s. And believe me, they will let you know where they from. So, that gang thing is really you know, it's really, yeah, Northern Cali is different. It's different, especially when you get locked up too. Everybody from Northern Cali be going against Southern Cali. You got the essays that be going against each other, the Norteños and the Sureños, and everybody segregated. You got this group and that group. You know what I'm saying? When you're in prison, you know, you got the others. You got it's just everything. But and people don't know that. They don't know the culture. You know, they don't. You don't know that until you get to. I'm telling you, take a trip and you will see. Take a trip, stay. You know, take in the vibes, take in the energy, and you'll just start feeling the energy. See, a lot of people visit LA, and they be excited, so they be having that excitement energy on them. But live in LA, and that energy, it'll change, and you'll feel a different type of energy, and you'll immediately start having to be in survival mode every day, and you'll see what's going on. Not saying no other city isn't like this, because it is. Just some worser, some worser, some not worser than the next. But if you go somewhere where it's smaller, or where you really don't have to gang bang, you would never understand the culture. You know, it trips people out to see women that's involved in the gangs. It trip people out to see somebody, grandpa or grandma, that's in the gangs, speaking on it and everything. And it'll really trip you out with the Mexicans, with the essays, because you're talking about with them is super generations, many generations. You're talking about grandma and grandpa, and that's really, really real, really, really for real. And the whole family be from the set. Yeah, it's like that with the Crips and Bloods too, but it really be like that. Don't be no movie type stuff. It really be like that. Your whole family be from this certain set. And then you have cousins that's from this side over here. And all of them is from over there. And that's just how it is. I don't know how to explain it I don't know how to explain it any other way, you know? I don't know. Somebody said the game was going so hard for Nip, but Wack, this is what they say. But Wack is or was his manager. I'm like, he has to be industry. You looking real crazy. Says make sure you're not wearing baseball caps in Cali for those who not from there. Also reps what gang you from. Yeah. The hats, the hats represent. The hats is gonna tell you, you know. The hats is gonna tell, especially like back in the day, the hats would tell you, you know, you used to wear the belts with the emblems on them, with the whatever like set you was from, the the letters, all kind of things. Everything would tell you. But you really, really knew back then. And you was taught to read the walls, because you be striking up on the walls, and everybody strike they set up on the wall. And you know, what's ever on the wall, some people whack it. I mean, I ain't gonna say some people, but most people whack it out. Everybody whack. Everybody else is set out. That's just how it is. You know, strike it up again on the buses. Used to be real bad on everything. But yeah, yeah, with the clothing, everything, you better not wear certain hats. Certain hats could get you in trouble. Somebody said, why the Cash App button not here? Because I don't really usually be on live, and like when it's on there, I use this different app called StreamYard. And then I put everything on there. But you know me, I don't really do lives. I just do the videos. I make a video, I create it, and I just upload it and put it out there. You know, that's how I do. I mean, but if somebody want to cash at me and support, the cash app is Starwolf ENT. That's what it is. But yeah, somebody say we only get a chosen few and that are meant to just stand out. We all have a purpose, but some their lights just make others dim. They are offended and they couldn't take nip. That's yeah, that's true. That's true. That's how it be. Sean Baum said, "Wow, they really used your shizness." Yeah, they used it. They used the entire videos. Somebody say, I forgot. I didn't even get to read that. Yeah. My question is why we so divide with our own and want to be accepted by them. Man, that's something I've been trying to figure out for many years. Like we want to be accepted. We want to be accepted, by the enemy in all areas. You know what's funny? We want to be accepted by the enemy in all areas, and they copy us in all areas. I mean, if there's any, look, check this out. If there's any Hispanic people, any Caucasian people, any Asian people or ethnicity on my channel right now in the chat listening to this, I'm not racist or nothing like that, but I'm just fixing to speak and say something. When we do something, the world follows. Whatever we do, and you see it, whatever style of clothes we wear, whatever hairstyles, whatever music we put out, it be in the commercials, whatever slang terms we use, they put it in the commercials. Whatever we do, they capitalize off of it. And I told people, when you come up with certain slang words and certain things, trademark it, copyright it, everything, so you can capitalize off of it. Because if you don't, it'll be in a commercial or something. So while we trying to be like them and want to be accepted, they trying to be like us. That's crazy, huh? Everything is in reverse. It's backwards. That's crazy. And then you have people that just really don't like themselves. They suffering from an identity crisis. Some people just want to. Me at one upon a time in my life. I said once upon a. I was It was like I was suffering from an identity crisis. You know, I wanted to be like in my teens and early 20s. I wanted to be like people I knew I shouldn't even attempt to be like, but we go through that, you know. But you shouldn't, you should never want to be like nobody but yourself. And most oftentimes people don't want to be themselves because they're lacking in some area or one or more areas in their life. So they feel like I need to fabricate this, or I need to do this, or I need to change my hairstyle, or I need to my clothes, or I need to lie, or I need to do this so I can be accepted. And you'll find out later down the road that them people you was trying to impress was doing worse than you. You know. Yeah, we are leaders and we act like fools. Yeah, you right. You right. You right. That's because when an enemy has studied you for hundreds of years, somebody have studied you, they know who you are. That's why it's important to know who you are yourself, because that person knows who you are and you don't even know. So they can use everything against you, and they can use your intelligence against you, and they will use it against you, and they will take it and use it as if it's theirs and capitalize off of it and become wealthy. And their sons and daughters become wealthy, and their sons and daughters become wealthy, and they keep it going. And they use fear, they instill fear within you, and to keep you in check and keep you in control. This is how they do. They love doing that. That's how they do. Um, I don't want to say that it'll never change, but you know, it is frustrating. It is frustrating. And most often times than not, it seems like it's not gonna change. Somebody said R.I.P. Huey P. Newton from Baltimore. Jama. Okay. You speak to speed, you speak to talk. Uhaligani. But yeah, um, Uhaligani and Wanadugu if you speak this talk. But you know, we just gotta come together and do as we supposed to, you know. We have to. I mean, we could reiterate, we could just keep saying the same thing over and over and over. But we gotta some at one time or another, we gonna have to put some action forth. We must, you know. We must. So, you know, it is what it is, you know. But somebody say he gonna always be good. All you got to do, sit back. These people telling on themselves. All he's doing is telling you what they saying. Mm-hmm. That's real. That's real. Old head from Brooklyn in West Virginia on the check-in. Salute kings and queens, and God bless us all. That's right. Salute you too. Salute you too. Salute you too. Do you have any new info on Black Sam? He keeps a real low profile. Uh, I don't have any info on Black Sam. You know, I don't really be trying to pry off into the family and all of that. My concern be just what it is, what you see on the videos, you know. But yeah, he do keep a low profile though. But it's people that be seeing him and know what's going on. But I don't, you know, that ain't my angle right there. So, you know, Inglewood everywhere. Inglewood up to no good. Somebody say what came out. Yeah. Like he found and said he gonna knock his niece. Men never bragged on women beaten in my era, and this is goofy. It's from my area. From my era. Black Sam, good. Somebody said, if this what is our children's future, we dead. We are leaving for our children nothing at all. We teaching to be for self, be grime, be a drug addicted, don't love each other. That's true. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. We have to be able to eliminate, you know. We got to be able to eliminate, you know. If y'all like this live, put the hearts in the air. If you're a woman, put the hearts in the chat. If you're a man, put the arms, put the strong arm symbol in the chat. I mean, if you can't do none of that, just be like, shit, I like it. Yeah. The drugs people using is twisting, and they use anything these days. They want to get high off of anything. And I don't know what's going on to where it makes somebody just want to try every and anything. Like what pops into you? What pops into somebody's mind to where they just like, I just think I want to try this today. But didn't you just see what it did to this person and that person and that person? But I just still want to try it. I want to see what type of high they got. Well, they OD'd and died. Like, what do you mean? Like, make it make sense. Thank you. I appreciate giving the info, you know. And I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. You know, I feel like I feel like I can improve on a few things in my life, and I need to improve and improve on them. You know, I do. I really do because I just do. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Post traumatic slavery disorder. That's exactly what it is, Ray Donovan. That's exactly what it is. You said it. Post traumatic slavery disorder. And we'll continue suffering from that if we don't address that problem. See, this is when you don't address a problem, the problems gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm gonna give you an example. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody and y'all going through it and y'all never address the problem? Y'all may fall out for a couple of days, couple of weeks or whatever. I don't know. And you never address the problem. Then when you get back with that person, it's the same thing and it gets worse. Well, you have to address, that's how life is. That's how it is with our race. You have to be able to address the root of the problem. You know, we do have a slavery problem. We do have a slavery complex, and many of us think that we are truly free because we was freed from the chains, the physical chains. When they said that the chains was removed from our ankles and wrists and placed on our mind, wasn't lying about that. When you can break free from them chains of the mind, you can truly become free. I'm not gonna say it's an easy process either because we've been manipulated, we've been duped, we've been we've been set in a certain in a specific type of environment and subjected to it for so long to where it's like man, and I'm not talking about our communities. I'm talking about the environment of like things like social media, television, things that can brainwash you. We have to deprogram and reprogram. We got to reboot, you know. It's just like a laptop or a computer or your phone, when you search too much and you take in a lot of information or whatever, you have to clean it. You have to clean the cache, or however you pronounce it, so it can run properly and run quicker. That's how we have to do with our minds. We have to do that with our hearts too, because all of that is one and the same. We must do that. Somebody say he has the will to continue all this beef. Now that's crazy. Says I don't own a TV. That's cool. That's good. You know. I wish I could say the same. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna even sit up here and lie in front. I'm not gonna lie. I know what the TV does, but I watch it, and I do be watching Netflix, and I I do. I be watching the first 48. I don't try to watch too much of that no more because that's sticking your mind. A lot of things you watch go into your subconscious, and it plays out later on in your life. Might play out a day later, a month later, or whatever, depending on upon what it is when it's triggered. Got to be careful what you put off into your mind because it can affect your actions. Says, LOL, kids take entertainment seriously, but drill music is too good. Yeah, yep, they do. Nat Turner was putting slave owners on trial for crimes against the Bible. Yeah, Nat Turner wasn't playing, an eye for an eye. He was really, setting people free and helping them get free. We still in bondage. We still in slavery. It's still plantations. It's slavery going on. It's more rampant than it was hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They just had, everything has modernized now. It says we are descendants of survivors, not slavery. Um, yeah, we are descendants of survivors, though they were slaves, though many were slaves. And to understand what I'm saying, you have to understand what a slave really is. You know, a slave is someone who does what somebody else wants them to do by force. It's nothing more added to it, and you can see that going on in America, especially with black people. These people make you do things by force. They are controlling. They are really slave owners, and you can believe that. You can definitely believe that. Only way to really become truly free is to go off the grid. And I'm not talking about the grid program. I'm talking about, you got to go off the radar. You have to live with outside of their system because every facet of life is controlled by them, and it's their system. All these electronics, everything that we use is their system, and it's used to control us and manipulate us. You cannot function in life right now without some type of cell phone or electronic. You need it. And they made it efficient enough so you will love it, so you won't put your phone down. In fact, you know what? They have a show on Netflix right now that came out like a year ago that'll tell you what they doing on these social media apps and on the phone to get you to keep picking up your phone. When you set your phone down, I guarantee you'll pick it right back up to see if you got notifications. The psychology of it is explained. I forget the name of the documentary, but it's explained in the documentary. The people that was explaining it is like a lot of the people that was part of these big tech companies and social media companies like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so forth. They show you how they manipulate so you can keep your phone close to you because your mind is programmed and set up to not miss a notification. That's why they have notifications on everything, because notifications excite you. It triggers the part of your brain that excites you. And you see that notification, you like, ooh, who's texting me? Who's DMing me? Who didn't like my picture? And this. And they keep you programmed like that. And it's all for money. Cool ass documentary though. That's what I be on. Says when another group isn't represented right, we're right there to back them. But it's not reciprocated. It'll never be reciprocated when it's us. We always we the lowest people on the totem pole. You know, we the lowest. We love helping everybody else because it's in our nature. We'll help everybody else except for ourselves. And you're right, it'll never be reciprocated. Never ever. Never ever. They look at us like, oh nah. No, sir. We're not gonna allow them to do this or get ahead. You say you didn't get this notification, huh? Nah, that goes back to what I was saying like probably 30 minutes ago. They when we building and we speaking on knowledge, yeah, you're not gonna get this notification. They don't want this notification go out. But if I would have made a video about, how blacks should keep killing blacks, you would have got 10 notifications. Something they don't never do. You'd have been like, dang, I already got the notification that the video is going. They'd have sent another one just to make sure. Well, we want to make sure you're tuned into this. That's how it is. We are systematically broken people. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But look here, peoples. I appreciate y'all. Want to keep talking to y'all, but I don't really do these lives too much. I don't want to have a 10-hour live. I'm hungry. I'm starving, and I said what was on my heart. Um, I usually make videos, but something said make it live, so I did it. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And for the people that haven't tuned in yet, that'll probably watch this live after it's not live later on, tomorrow, the next day, I appreciate y'all too in advance. And yeah, finna get up out of here. Peace, love, and blessings to y'all. Just make sure, if you new, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get these videos when they drop. Make sure that you share all my videos with everybody. And respect to all of y'all. Peace. And share this live. Peace.